What's up, guys? We got a new microphone we're going to check out today. It is the COMICA, I believe, COMICA or COMICA, and it's a smaller microphone, and it just clips right on there to your camera, and then you plug it in and you're good to go. Now, it does run off a single battery. Just unscrew this here. It just pops right in the back there. On the top here, you'll see we have the negative 10 dB, then we have 0 plus 10 dB, and then we have regular and then a low cut. And you'll see when I turned it on, it's supposed to blink red and then turn off to conserve battery, but there's like no red at all turning on. But obviously if I have it plugged in and I see that the audio is working, then it's working. But one thing I did find out is that when it's running low on battery is that it will turn red. So I'm actually on my second battery on this guy, and when I first got it, I thought maybe if you look here, whoops, on the back, see it says off and on. I thought maybe they're referring to if you screw this thing tighter to turn it on maybe, but that wasn't the case. And I got it on there pretty good, so I had to use some vice grips to get it off. But I'm using my Sennheiser shotgun microphone right now to record, and then I'm going to put this on and we'll go through the different settings and just see how it sounds. Now I do have this, it's about a foot and a half away from my mouth. I'm outdoors, obviously, and this is how I sound. So we'll go ahead and switch it out. Okay, so I have switched it out for the new microphone, and this is what I sound like now. Again, it's about a foot and a half away from my mouth. It doesn't come with a little windscreen like this, but it is pretty windy out here, so I'm going to go ahead and add it. I just wanted to show you what it sounded like before I put that on, so I'll go ahead and put that on here. And we have just all the regular settings. We're at negative 10 dB. I'll go ahead and switch it up to 0. Okay, check 109876544321. This is what it sounds like on 0, and I'll raise it up now to plus 10 dB. So this is what it sounds like with plus 10 dB, and I have the low cut filter set off, and I'll switch the low cut filter on now. Okay, so this is with the low cut filter turned on, and this is how I sound. Now, I've done a little experiment with this, and the best settings for my camera, which is the Panasonic GH5, is to have it at negative 10 dB with the low cut filter off. So I'll go ahead and set it back there, and then we'll just go around and get some noises of just random things. You can get an idea what the background noise is like, and also how crisp and clear this microphone is. Okay, so now it's set to negative 10 dB, and we have the low cut filter off, and we got to go get some noises and do some tests on this thing and find out if it's any good. Alright guys, so I want to do a test where I'm going to stand like 2 feet away, then 5 feet, and then 10 feet, and then maybe 20 feet. And I'll just count down from 10, and I'll go between this microphone, and then we'll switch to the Sennheiser, and we can just get a good comparison that way. So this is me at, let's see, about an arm's length away, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm just going to back up. Let's do 10 feet. That'd be 30 feet. So right about here, 30 feet or so. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I'll split the difference. We'll go to about 15 feet. Or actually, I'll have to stop right here on this white line. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we'll go back arm lengths away. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm going to switch out for the other microphone. All right, guys, I went ahead and switched over to the Sennheiser. Here I am, arm's length away, and 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'll back up to the same spot, 30 feet or so away. And here I am, about 30 feet away, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll split the difference. Go up here to this white line. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Walk back up here, arm's length away. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, guys, so the next test I want to do is just how it handles when I'm doing handheld, and I'm just going to hold it. I'm going to zoom in, zoom out. I'm going to adjust the aperture and the ISO, and we're going to listen for things, and we're just going to hear if there's any noise whatsoever. I'm going to start with the Sennheiser, and I have the mount where it's like suspended between the rubber bands. So we'll do that first. So I'm going to go ahead, I'll pull it off the So I'm just going to walk around now, and we're just going to, like I said, adjust the camera. Okay, so I'm gonna switch it out for the other microphone here, and we'll do the same thing. I'll just adjust some of the dials and zoom in and out. So I'll go ahead and put this one on, and we'll see what it sounds like. Okay, we've switched it out now. One thing I definitely like about this one is how much shorter it is. The other one is just a lot longer. This one's more compact together. It's just a lot. It's a lot nicer to use, not so intrusive. So again, we'll just kind of mess with the aperture and zoom in and out, things like that. So you can definitely see there's a little bit more noise with the system of the shorter one, but what I have found, if you add a shock mount, and when I first saw it, I thought maybe it did have a built-in shock mount, just because it's kind of, got a little bit of play in it. So I thought maybe that was a little just absorbing some of the vibrations. But when I throw this on there, I'm gonna put it on right now, and then you'll see the difference. It makes quite a bit of difference. But the only thing is, now it makes it sit up a little bit higher, and I like the lower, profile instead of having this stick up on it. But I'll put this on now, and we'll see the difference. Okay, I have that shock mount on now, and I'm just gonna do some more zoom in, a little bit of walk in, and just listening. Basically, is what we're gonna be doing here. So flip it around. Alright, so I think you'd be able to tell just a little bit of a difference, at least a little bit of a difference, that adding a shock mount to this. It's unfortunate that it does have to sit up a little bit higher, but that's just how you got to make it sound a little bit better. If you did have it on a tripod and you weren't going handheld or going to be touching the camera whatsoever, then you probably won't have to worry about adding a shock mount, obviously, but it never hurts to have one. This is the Sennheiser, and this is just going to be ambience noise. So I'm going to do a directional test. I'm going to count and walk towards the camera, and then I'm going to walk around the back of the camera so you can see the noise that it picks up from behind the microphone. So I'll just start from here, count down from 20. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm back in the front. I'll switch it out. We'll do the same thing. Okay, so the second 360 test, same thing. I'm gonna count down from 20. I'm gonna walk around the camera, see what noise is picked up from behind the camera. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Went a little faster that time. So, yeah. All right, guys. So I have came back. I've listened to the different comparisons here. Now, one thing I want to mention is I'm comparing a 300 and something odd dollar microphone to a currently $45. So this thing is like 4 or 5 times as much. And the length on this, look at the length. Okay, so the longer they are, the more directional they are. So, you know, you got to take that in consideration too. But look how tiny this is. And I did want to show you, when I was talking about the shock mount grip, how it, see how there's some play in there? And I thought that was reducing the shock, but if you're going to do handheld or even have this on a little handheld tripod and carry it around and blog with it, I would suggest you're going to have to get a mount. Now, you don't have, there's all different types of mounts out there. This one is made for an actual, the Zoom recorder, which kind of sits flat on it, but it does the same trick. But I would suggest you would need a mount for this. But besides that, I think the sound quality is fine for within the price range. The batteries, I don't know, do they sell rechargeable batteries that are like this? It'd be nice if, because the Sennheiser has a AA battery that I just recharge. But I picked 2 Energizers up. It was like 2 of them for $4.50. And then take consideration that when I did turn it on, there's no flash red like they're supposed to. But it does turn red when it is dying. If we pull off, this is included here, but you'll also want to pick up one of these for when it's windy out. It would just slide over like that, and I just used it on top of the one that's included. But that's what it is. I really like the size. I wish that this would work just a little bit better and then you wouldn't have to, you know, use an additional one. But I'm going to plug it in one more time, and I'm going to end this video with a couple chords on the guitar. So I'll go ahead, plug this one in, and that's that. Thanks for watching. Not really sure if this is in tune, and I only know a few chords, but here they are. That's not in tune. That's horrible.